Laois African Support Group was set up in 2018 to help the migrant community play a big role in the community in County Laois. So we realized in the community that there was no active participation from the migrant community. So we decided to create the Laois African Support Group. And since its inception, it's just been amazing the role that migrants have played in development in Laois, in creating awareness as to differences in cultures and how our different cultures are still the same one way or the other. We've seen situations where we all now coming together to work together, integrate together. There's a bit of understanding or more understanding about what it takes to be an African person and what it takes to be an Irish person. I always say to people that, look, being black is not what makes you African. There's a lot that make people African than just the color of the skin. And so that was very important, that we do have lots of white people as well in Africa. And you might not just know when you see them that they're Africans. However, it's some of the things that we do, the way that we will talk, the way that we dress, the food that we eat. Some of the things also is the fact that we now work with service providers to give the African community opportunities, education, better knowledge, and of course then being able to play an active part in the community, which is quite important. That if you're living in a place, you might as well contribute to where you're living in, so that's very good. So Laois Africa Day, I suppose, the first one was actually in 2018 when we started the first Laois Africa Day in Port Laois, well, I suppose in County Laois. The idea, again, is to educate people about, again, what Africa is all about, not so much about some of the negatives that we see on television every day and the bad news, of course. It doesn't seem to be good news. So we do know that it's celebrated every year all over the world, and we then decided that in County Laois, it's about time to start re-educating people about what it takes to be African. So we would like to, I suppose the first event was a night opener for most people, and of course for ourselves as well, because we didn't know the impact that it would have in the community. Some of the things that we introduced, of course, during that period is that we had people singing African songs. We had people singing the Irish song as well. We had food from Africa, Ed Platten, we had people doing ENA. Of course, the food is very important because then, of course, where there's food, everybody seems to be happy there anyway. So that played a big role. And of course, then people then started coming up and talking to each other. People that might never even have spoken to some other people from different countries before had the opportunity to actually do that and educate themselves. And that was the beginning of the coming together in County Laois. And as time went by, then we done the second one, and this year is the fifth one, where, as you know yourself, we had big artists on the day. Some of our artists from the African community, some artists from the Irish community as well, like Joes, the likes of Joes. We had some ladies from Ukraine as well. So there was different people from all over the world. Again, we said it's Laois Africa Day. However, the idea is to bring everybody together, participating one way or the other, and introducing themselves as well. And that's the whole idea, like letting people know that, look, we're very different. We look different in color. But at the end of the day, we're all the same one way or the other. Is it the food that we do? Is it the people that we want to love us? Is it home? Is it family? Is it job? Is it security? We're all looking for the same thing at the end of the day, and that's the purpose of the Africa Day. I think the first time we had the Africa Day, I'm always going to go back to 2018 when we had the first Africa Day. I was taken aback because I wasn't quite sure what we're going into. You know yourself, you're trying to do something in your head, it's all perfect. However, you don't make it perfect. It's the people around you. It's the people that turn up on the day that makes it perfect. So it was we had the first Africa Day in Cavernous Pub, at the back of Cavernous Pub. PJ gave us the place to use, and it was a beautiful day. The weather was amazing. We had the food, we had the drinks, we had the music. And I was just standing there looking at my time saying, is anybody going to turn up actually? And the moment people start coming, I was like, who are you? They're like, oh, is this the Africa Day? I was like, yeah, please come in. And then people started coming in. That moment for me was the defining moment of the Laois Africa Support Group and the Africa Day and what we're looking to achieve. That made me believe that there was nothing impossible if we really, I suppose it was something that people were looking for. That's what it seemed to me. It looked like people were looking for that already, and that was an opportunity for that to happen. When the likes of Africa Day happened with so many people, I'm like, wow, this is just amazing. This just shows that together in a lovely community, we can all live together in happiness, understanding and maturity. And I suppose, look, it's the best thing. We look forward to every Africa Day every year, and every year we don't get any disappointment. We actually get better, which is a good thing. Even the match with the Ongodishe Corner, last year we bet them And this year they came back and bet us. So it's all good. We'll see you again next year. So it's all hard to the part, and I suppose the understanding in the community and the togetherness that we share in Council Laois.